Hey everyone! So for all those guys clicking the video and all the girls clicking the video and who feel like leaving the comment, dude, I totally thought this was a chick before I clicked on the video. Well, surprise! Yeah, anyways, with that out of the way, as you can see, I'm doing another sin tutorial, and it's the sin of envy. Green with envy. If you don't know where I got the inspiration for this look, if you look back and look at my Halloween video, you will see I was Maleficent from Disney's Sleeping Beauty for Halloween. And a lot of people asked me how I got my skin green, what I used, how I actually did all the makeup, how I did the hair, everything. So this fits perfectly. And a lot of people have been asking for a tutorial for a Wicked look, or doing a look based off of Elphaba. I think that's her name. But the green chick, doing a look based off of her. So this is kind of killing like two birds with one stone. I'm showing you how I was Maleficent, showing you how to do something for Wicked, and also you learn how to like contour with a color that's not a typical skin tone, because I used two greens to contour. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really like this look. It's like my all-time favorite. That's pretty much all I have to say about the tutorial itself. Make sure you read the video description, because there's usually useful information over there. Check my website so you can see the list of every product I use, so if you don't understand what I say, because I know I talk funny, but yeah. And with all that out of the way, let's just go right ahead and get the tutorial started. So I already covered my brow. I used Spirit Gum and brow wax. Once again, if you don't know how to cover your brow with brow wax or glue stick, bar of soap, anything like that, Blanche Babcock has a very great tutorial on how to cover your brow with the glue stick. There's a link to that in the sidebar. Otherwise, you can always just do a Google search, or even search the videos on YouTube up there, just how to cover your brow. Yeah, and I actually learned by looking online. I just did a Google search, so there you go. Now I'm just going to take this, which is White Kryolan Aqua Color. I'm going to use MAC's Water-Based Mixing Medium because it makes it stay on a little bit better than water. I've heard people use Visine, some people use glycerin, or they make their own with glycerin and water. Again, you could probably Google to get directions for that, or even find a video on YouTube. So now I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to pretty much cover where my eyebrow is. Now I'm just taking Violet Pigment from MAC, and any kind of fluffy brush. I'm using a 222. And now I'm going to throw this on top of the whites right at the base of the crease. Then I'll take it all the way up the side. And then I'll just keep building up intensity. Now that I have my violet on, I'm taking NARS Zardos Cream Eyeshadow. And I'm using this with a synthetic brush. And this is just the 242 from MAC. And I'm gonna actually define out my crease shape. I have this Zardos on, so now I'm taking MAC's Entre Mauve Pigment. This is a pro color, but any dark purple will work just the same. Dark purple, violet, plum, eggplant, doesn't matter. Shadowy Lady would be a good substitute, I guess. And then I'm just going to apply that. Entre Mauve is on how I want it. You can see the crease is a lot more defined now. So what I'm going to do next is just take a black eyeshadow, Carbon, black pigment, just any black. And I'm taking just a regular brush, pick them up, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to add that right at the base of the crease. I have the Carbon on now. I used Carbon this time because it was right there in front of me. Now, just to make sure I have that crease line really defined and harsh, I'm just going to do something I do all the time if I do my crease first. I'm just going to take a little eye makeup remover on a Q-tip and go in and clean it up. Now, just so I'm not using a ton of what I use to make my skin green, I'm just going to take the Kryolan UV Lime color with a little bit of my water-based mixing medium, and I'm going to use that as the actual color or the primer for my lid. And I'm sure you could use this as your like whole face primer. You could paint your face with this and then use the chartreuse pigment as like the powder to set it. So you could do that. Now I have the UV lime on my lid, and to set it, I'm just going to use an eyeshadow that actually doesn't even have a name. I don't even know where it's from. So I'll just use that. It's the same color though. I have the green, and then I already started. I lined underneath my bottom lashes with Fascinating Eye Kohl, and then you can do your waterline with that as well. This is just going to make the eye look a little bit bigger since we're going to have really big lashes that are going to have a very thick line right at the lash line, and then we're going to do heavy liner underneath. So this is just going to help open the eye a little bit more and make it seem bigger without all the darkness closing it up. So go ahead and do that step. Now I have big, huge eyes. Scary. Now I'm taking my Zardos, again, same brush, and right underneath I'm going to connect the line from my crease, make it connect to my bottom lid, bring it all the way over, and just outline the white. Now you can decide if you want to do your brow now or do it after. I already had a nice little outline of my brow on this side. Since I pretty much know where it's going to go on this side, I don't really have to do it. I'll do it after the green. And here's where you find out what I use for the green. I already said earlier I use True Chartreuse pigment. This is a MAC Pro color. They also have a Chroma Cake, which is like a big Kryolan aqua shadow or aqua color, but they're huge. They're like that big. It's a big cake eyeshadow. It's bigger than like one of their powder compacts. They have that in a green color as well. You could use that, but to apply it I use Face and Body Mixing Medium because it's water resistant, so it stays on a lot longer. I can seriously hold my head underneath the like shower and just spray my face, and none of this will run off. So you can get sweaty in it, you can do everything. You need to use a very good water makeup remover that can take off waterproof makeup, or like baby wipes, anything like that. So I'm putting a little bit of the Face and Body Mixing Medium in a petri dish, and I already have some of the pigment in there. And I'm using a 188 brush because it's got the synthetic fibers. It's going to be a lot easier to clean. And yeah, now I'm just going to mix the two together. And I will apply that to my face. And you can see that's where I get that nice paled out neon kind of green. So I'm just going to fill in my whole face. I'm green and shiny, so set it with either the pigment or invisible setting powder, translucent powder, anything like that. Green, powdered, other brow. Now I can finish the heavy liner that I'm doing on the bottom, and I'll just use same brush I was using earlier, and same color. It's got carbon on it. Since the eyes are done, it's for like lashes. Now I'm going to start doing all my contouring. Since the skin is now green, I can't really use natural skin tone colors to contour. So I'm using first Velvet Moss eyeshadow by MAC, and I'm using my 168 brush. And I'm just loading up the color. And the reason I'm using this is it's softer, so I can get a little bit more of a sheer application with the contour. Because the skin is green, and this is going to stick a little bit easier since I have something on the skin. So you don't really want to mess up too much because you have all this green down, and you would have to wipe that off in order to fix it. Now that I have the Velvet Moss contour on, I want to deepen it up a little bit more. So I'm going to take the same brush, and this time I'm going to use Femme Noir eyeshadow, which is just slightly darker, and apply that where I want a little bit more definition. My contouring's done. Now, before I do lashes and lips and actually finish it off, if you're going for more of the Maleficent look like I had, if you saw my Halloween look, you saw I had a lot of clip-in hair pieces. I had these guys, which are actually styrofoam that I carved out in a horn shape and then wrapped hair around. It's human hair. I just went and bought some weave, wrapped it around. Then I slicked all my hair back into 2 ponytails in the back and top of my head, and I actually had hair on the sides back then, so it was easier. But once I had the ponytails, I took the ponytail, stuck it inside the little groove that I have in here. I don't know if you can see that. And then I just stuck bobby pins all around the outside, and then I used a bang, a clip-in bang or fringe that actually has the V that Maleficent's headpiece has. So I had her headpiece still, but I used hair instead of fabric to make a hat. I just used black hairspray, so that's all you need to do, and you can actually use this as a contour for your hairline, so you don't have to use makeup. So I'm gonna pin all of these in, and then we'll do lips and lashes. You can see I have the horns on right now. I'm not trying to be too perfect. I didn't put all my hair up, as you can see, because yeah, I'm taking it all off, but they look like they're actually growing out of my head, contoured with the hairspray. All the hair is in, so now I'm just gonna throw on lashes. The lashes I'm gonna use are gonna be these, which are huge. I'm gonna use those on the top, probably just throw something on the bottom, and then yeah, so let me just do that. I have the lashes on. I put the Kryolan ones on top, and you can see how long they are, and then I just did MAC ones on the bottom. I think they're like 30 somethings. If you check my website again, because the link was in the sidebar, then you'll know which ones I use, because yeah, I'll post it on there because I don't remember what number they are. But now I can do my lip. For the lips, I want that nice red, so I'm going to take Night Moth lip liner, and I'm going to line with that just to get definition. Lips are lined. Now I'm just going to take a lipstick. The one I'm using is Queen Sin, but you could use like Ruby Woo, any kind of red. Remember that video I made a few days ago about a lip brush? Now I'm going to use one of my lip brushes, and I'm going to use that to blend the lip liner into the lipstick. And then just to top it off, I'm going to use my favorite Warning lip varnish. It's a bright red, so you can get a nice juicy red lip. And there you go, the look is done. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial based off of the Sin of Envy and Maleficent and Elphaba and Wicked and all that fun stuff related, and I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.